J-Nell here, so late with my UFC 240 prediction video. I'm sorry, I just spaced the date. I actually thought I had like a week or something like that, realizing, oh wait, no, it's tomorrow. So here we are, the day before, giving my predictions for UFC 240, coming to you from Edmonton, Canada. You know, the events in Canada are always great events. The fighters always put on a show. The crowd is awesome. They're not only educated, but they're into it. So this should be a good fight. Please try to check it out. It's like ESPN, you have to buy the channel. It's not quite pay-per-view. Y'all look it up. I'll be at the bar. All right, let's get into it. I'm only going to do the main event here. So first up, I already apologize in advance for these names I'm about to butcher. I am choosing Christophe Jocko to beat Marc-Andre Barriou. I am choosing Olivier Aubin-Mercier to beat Armin Zarukian. I'm choosing Jeff Neal to beat Nico Price. Okay, that if I do renege on anything, it'll be that fight right there. I've been going back and forth. I was going back and forth right up until doing this video, quite frankly. So be looking out on my other platforms to see if I renege on that pick. So, but picking Jeff Neal to beat Nico Price for now. Now, co-main event, and I always want to say champion, but I forget she's not champion anymore. But the featherweights, we have being Chris Cyborg take on Felicia Spencer. Chris Cyborg taking on the Invicta featherweight champion, currently Felicia Spencer. So one of them do have a belt right now, actually. Now let's talk about Felicia Spencer first, who I underestimated. Even though I knew I'd seen a couple fights, I knew she was the FC champion. I still underestimated her against, or maybe, you know what, I probably overestimated Megan Anderson. That's probably what that was. She had enough stand-up to get Megan to the ground. Of course, she got that submission with some nice ground and pound. I think she's stronger than she looks. I think she's a bit quicker than she looks. She is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She has great submissions, great technique. I think her best bet against Chris Cyborg is to get on the inside of that range, because Chris Cyborg does have the reach advantage with the hands and the feet. So she needs to get inside of that range, get a hand on her. Maybe with some dirty boxing on the inside. I don't think she'll be able to muscle Chris Cyborg around. Let's just face it with that. But she might be able to play the leverage game. She might be able to play the technique game on the inside. She might have better technique and leverage and better mechanics on the inside. So get on the inside, press her body up against the cage, make her hold your weight, maybe try to draw out some of that energy out of her, drag her to the later rounds, and maybe even get a submission or something like that. Disguise your takedowns. You have to have enough stand up to where you don't telegraph what you're trying to do when you're trying to get on the inside, but don't stand up with Chris Cyborg. You do have some hands and you are well rounded, but she's better with the stand-up game. She has more tools, and she is more powerful than her standing, her punches, her kicks. She's more powerful. So I wouldn't play that game. Do what you have to do to not telegraph you trying to get inside of that range, get your hands on her. Chris Cyborg, just don't underestimate her, which I don't think she will. Also, don't be too safe, because you're coming off your first loss in how long, and you got KO'd. Sometimes fighters shell up because of that. Don't shell up. You have to be yourself. You have the reach advantage with the hands and the legs. I do believe you have the power advantage, and with your boxing techniques, you're more of a boxer striker hybrid now. Use your defense. Use that head movement, the shoulder rolls, the angles. Use your footwork. I do believe you'll be faster, quicker hand speed. I'm pretty sure you'll have a quicker hand speed than her. As far as body movement, I'm not quite so sure, because again, I think that Spencer is faster than she seems. So again, just you don't want to be too cautious. Let those feints go. Let that jab go. We have to work to that finish, and I do believe you can finish Spencer in the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth round if you don't underestimate her. But I do believe this will be a good fight, better than we're probably thinking that it will, right? Right. So I'm picking Chris Cyborg, but these days, MMA, you never know. All right, main event, and we're seeing the UFC men's featherweight champion, Max Blessed Holloway, take on Mr. Frankie Edgar. And we've all been waiting for this. Y'all been championing this. We had a little setback with Frankie losing to Brian Ortega. Then we had to wait for Max to go up to the 155 and lose to Dustin Poirier. Now he's back, and we're finally getting this fight that I honestly, at first I was like, well, what about Zach? Maybe they should fight. But you know what? I'm okay with this fight. Frankie Edgar is a name. There's public calling for this, so let's go ahead and do it. And again, style matchup. Let's talk about it. So Frankie is the best wrestler that Max has faced. I actually went through his record for the last few years up until his last loss, like 6 years, 8 years ago, whatever. And I was like, yeah. Other than Ricardo Lamas, Frankie is by far the best wrestler he's faced, and the only real wrestling person with a wrestling base that he's faced in a long time, in years. So how sharp are those skills? He does have great takedown defense, and he does have grappling. He does have submission victories, but again, not against this caliber of a wrestler. And I do think that's Frankie's game because he is shorter. He has Max has the reach advantage on the hands and the feet, so Frankie is going to have to get inside that game. And we know that Frankie is super well-rounded. I actually don't know as far as body movement. I think Frankie actually is going to be faster. I think he might cover distance faster. Footwork and body movement, they are different. Max is the best boxer in that division. He has boxing footwork. He glides. He has long combinations. I do think he'll have quicker hand speed and just simply more tools standing, more with the legs and the hands. The feints, the baiting him into bad movement, the long 10-punch kick combinations. He will have that. But Frankie is no slouch on the feet. He carries more power than we think. He has also, again, has good mechanics on the feet as well. So it's not like the Spencer fight where I think Spencer's do enough to get inside. I think Frankie play around there. Maybe get Max, maybe if you could start first, get Max off kilter, out of character a little bit. Maybe you get inside there with some nice pocket punching, some pocket movement there with your stand-up striking and not necessarily going for the takedown. Maybe go for a takedown and get him up against the cage and then back up off of him, get him guessing, get him trying to wonder, is he going to try to strike? Is he going to? You see what I'm saying? I think Frankie has more tools on the feet, has therefore more resources. He has more options. That's what I'm trying to say. He has more options. So don't be so quick to take him down. I think we all expect that because that's how this has been built. He's the best wrestler he's seen. Don't be so quick to take him down. See what you can do with your hands, with your feet. And I hope you've been working on some new stuff standing, because you should be. All right. Then, of course, if you can get on the inside, or when you do, because I do believe eventually you will get on the inside. I do believe eventually you will take him down. Do not take him lightly. He does have wrestling. He does have grappling. He does have submission. So you just need to work immediately, which you do perfectly. You're great on the ground with your ground and pound. So you work your game once you get him down there, but don't hesitate. This is one of those things, it's like calculated risk, right? But if you make a mistake against Max Holloway, he will stand up. He will reverse that position. You see what I'm saying? So again, you take him down, you work your game, you can't hold back, but you do have to be smart. Now, Max Holloway, again, you have the advantage on the hands and the feet standing. I do believe this is your best bet, is to keep it standing. Frankie has that wrestling fundamental strength, so I actually can't say, even though you're bigger than him, that you'll be stronger than Frankie. I don't know about that. When it comes to him muscling you around body to body, I don't know who's going to be stronger there. So I keep this in space. Take full use of your reach advantage, which you do. You fight long, so you're going to have to do that fight long. All round start on the feet. You keep it there. Again, I've already said all of your feints, all baiting him into bad movements. You get your jab out there quick and early, make him hesitant to even get near you. Tear apart that lead leg, make it hard for him to take you down if he doesn't have that lead leg. Kick the calves, do things up the middle, things we haven't seen from you, even though we've already seen so much from you. You're always working, always improving. Y'all know that Max is my boy, and I'm gonna stick with my boy here. I'm sticking with the champ. I'm picking Max Holloway, but this is not no easy fight. Frankie could absolutely win this fight, and in fact, I'm worried. You know me, I didn't want Max to go up and fight Dustin Poirier for an interim belt. I thought that was BS, to put your champion on the line and risk his body for a title opportunity, right? Not an actual super fight. And then the war he had with Dustin Poirier, he got beat up. His face beat up. So we don't know how this is going to affect him. He is only 27 years old. Hopefully it affects him in the best way possible to make him get better, make him work on his defense and the things that got him that butt whooping, quite frankly, in a great fight. But we'll see how he is coming off of his first loss in I don't know how many years. Where is he mentally? Has the fame got to him? Has the bottle cap challenge got to him? We shall see. Those are the questions we have out there. All right, so I'm sticking with the champ, though, Mr. Bless Holloway. You guys let me know all of your picks, all of your injury updates, of course. Talk a little bit more about the prelims. Again, I might have more picks here because this whole card is actually kind of stacked and fun. I'm excited for it. So talk to me. Follow me on all Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, because, again, I do read-nigs. I do predictions on other events. I do all kinds of stuff right before the fight. So you have to follow me everywhere. Subscribe, like, talk to me. Take care. Goodbye.